Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to another Roblox Studio dev stream. In this stream, we're just going to carry on working on our hospital. We're going to do a little bit here, and then we're going to start to convert the vehicles and see if we can do that. So if you have been following along, thank you. Thank you very much. If you have watched some of our videos, you'll know. Oops, wait, what are we trying to do there? I have a video. One is for a chassis, shows you how to take a truck and tune it. And the other video that I have, let's see, I'm just thinking, do we want to make a door here? Wow. Yeah, it's kind of winter, right? We probably should. Okay. And I have the one build there where we build a tow truck. And that's where I show you how to add a UI to the vehicle that allows users to input, you can connect lights and all those types of features to it. But the one thing I didn't cover was how do you script that and add in the controller buttons. And there's two ways to do it. I think. It's not very convincing, I know. And by that I mean, of all the scripting that I've done so far, I've discovered that you can have a button for the controller and you can have a button that you click, or you can have a button that's for a click and the controller. I think I know how to do that, but I'm still not 100%. So in the way that I'm doing it now, I have two frames. One frame is for the console controller, and one frame is the clickable buttons for the computer players and the tablet players. Once I figured out how to combine them, I'll definitely combine them. I know it's possible. It's just, I don't know the errors. I haven't fully tested it. Oops, okay. I haven't fully. Right, because in the button you can put a local script that allows someone to press a button on the console, and that will fire the button. And you can also, with the way that we've done the scripting, you can take the. Apologize if I'm like kind of cutting out while I'm talking, just because I'm talking and thinking at the same time doesn't go very well. So we created a controller that talks to the vehicle. And in that controller, it controls your computer input. So like I've already made the UI and I've already made the buttons. And what I don't know is it easy enough for me just to create a local script that hardwires the function to that, you know what I'm saying? You know I'm going with all that? You know? Probably not. And then I thought, you know what? So the other reason why we have to have two separate windows, and why that way it works, but it doesn't really work, again, is what I was saying with the limited controls. So you have your vehicle controls. Let's see. Let's get into that right now. Right, we're done with this. So let's start a new instance. New. Now we're going to convert the fire truck and the ambulance over. That's going to make people happy, hopefully. Copy that. Where are we here? So what I'm getting at is with the vehicles, you're limited to the types of functions that you can have with the controller. So what I had to do with the DLT tow truck is you have one UI for the truck itself, and then you have one UI for the back end of the truck. And you'll notice that if you saw my video, which was quick, didn't really explain it, well, I'll have to put out a video that explains how to use it. You have to get in the vehicle, get out of the vehicle, go to the back, activate the back, lower the arm, turn it on, then go back into the vehicle, back up to the truck, and then it welds and away you go, right? So it's probably why it sounds very confusing. It's probably why people haven't been using it. All right, where's our fire truck? Here it is. Here it is. Okay, copy. All right, you know what? I'm going to explain all that in this video. Okay, because we have to test. We have to test the tow truck. All right. So this video here might be a couple of parts. And then we have the tow truck. Do I need the box truck? Tow truck's got the unlock and the lock. But it doesn't have the... All right, we'll just take this just in case. The box truck was the first truck I converted. And it's the easiest one to convert into the other trucks, which is why I use it. All right, let's save this one. We're done with this, so I'll close this out. All right, look at that. 4 seconds to save. That's pretty good. So, how does this all work? Well, underneath this truck, there is a part called under, and that connects to the hook here. That's this function here. I can even turn that to 0.1. So what it does is when it touches that part, it waits and then it welds it. Oh, it only waits a second. I should turn that up. I thought I turned that up to 3. All right. So that's what it does. And it's actually incredibly easy. So what you do is it has a click detector in it. Does that have a click detector? No, it doesn't. When you turn it on, it changes color. It'll turn gold. Oh no, it'll turn red. And then when it connects, it turns gold. And then after 3 seconds, this is all you need. Weld, instant.new weld. Part 0 and part 1. What you then need to do is make sure that this part is in alignment. I should have. We won't worry about that right now. The bus. Okay. So the alignment of this part is very important. If you rotate that 180 degrees, when this welds to that, this whole model will turn over. Right? Because it'll weld it in that direction. That's this whole thing here. Part 1 and part 0. And then you can get into, like, you can add C-frame, opposite C-frame, and then that way it doesn't matter about where the part is. Right? It'll just weld. Because what it's trying to do is it's trying to weld this surface here right with, I don't know, this surface here front. Okay, and depending on how they're orientated, determines on how, when it sticks to it, how it looks, right? So, all right. So here's what I mean by 2 separate UIs, okay? We have this button in the back of the tow truck. Let's just explain how this works. So we go to the front of the truck. We activate it. We unlock it. What's going on? Oh, see, this is the D-pad controls. Press unlock. All right. Oh, what happened here? Oh, now I'm kind of a fool. Rename this. Right, it names the vehicle player.name car. Oops. Oh, confusing. All right, so the vehicle, we have to set it up as if I spawned it in. That's how the lock on the vehicle works. It'll rename. There's a value in there. And essentially it just says, hey, if this value is not this value, then don't drive the vehicle. There's a function in A chassis that connects to the drive seat. And that's where you would set up your lock. This here. And then you just have to have a value and a couple of buttons. Okay. Now the other part is you can't just hook up to this vehicle and tow it away. It has to be running. So we have to do the same thing. Activate it. See it. And then I just named all these the same. So I don't know. I'm sure eventually it's going to get confusing. That's the other thing that I have to test still. Because we have UIs that are cloned and deleted for the missions, and then we have ones that are cloned and deleted for the vehicles. And it's important to keep track of those, obvious, for obvious reasons, right? When you're, it's easy to get confused. Okay, so this one, same thing, unlock, right? Now we're inside here. That's all you have to do. It'll stay running, and it's in neutral gear. Okay, so we go back into here. Oh, maybe it's a good thing this one activated. See, gets rid of that. Now we have our controls. These are just the rear controls. Swing, obviously makes it swing. What we want to do is go down, hold it down. Oops, that's the, we want to hold it down. Okay, and then we want to, I think it's oh, I just realized I don't have my controller plugged in. Just a minute here and I'll plug in the controller. All right. Now Roblox is neat. It does this thing where it'll instantly switch between the controller and the mouse. So my mouse is over here. Now I'm using the controller. So what you need to do with the controller is you need to press V. Let's see here. What was it? Up. So L1 is up. Looks like X is down. B is weld. So what you need to do is turn it on, I think. Oh, I'm still connected to... All right, there we go. So I had to limit it because I want you to be able to use the controller while you're inside the vehicle. Just like the console players, I don't play on a console very often, so I don't know what the... Bear with me here. So we've got the weld turned on, right? So then you back up to the vehicle. It should turn yellow. Yeah, there it goes. See, it goes red when it connects, and now it's welded. Yellow means it's welded. So then you get out, okay? Let's see. Let's get that. Now that it's welded, we can tell it to go up or down. Let's see. First off, we can do this. We can anchor the truck. Oh, it's not. Oh, look. See, look, it detached. Detached. Interesting. Down, up. Is it going to go up, 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 up? Yeah, so you just got to keep jamming the button. Keep jamming the button. There we go. Weld is not a valid member of... I'm going to have to check on that error there. I don't think that had to do with the weld. Okay, so now you see how it's in the air. You want it to swing. Press, is it L2? Yeah, there you go. Okay. I didn't realize how loud that... Alright, and away you go. That's how that works. Just like that. So now I have to take that block and put it under every vehicle so we can use this tow truck to tow every vehicle. And you have to have the additional wheels down, as you saw, or else the suspension compresses too much. So then you do that. There are additional controller controls for the truck. I have them disabled just to make it easier for using the controller. And then what, we could say down and detach. Just like that. That's kind of an odd bug. Let's figure out what it's doing. Oh my goodness. So it welds it, and then when I press detach, what is it supposed to do? Oh, detach A is car weld. Detach lower weld. But it said weld is not part of hook.weld. Should be called weld. Let's see here. Truck weld, and then let's change this to that. All right. This is all part of exploration. I like this truck. This truck is fantastic. So to unlock it, D-pad down. No, unlock. Whatever. Oh, because I'm still... I see the problem here. I see the problem here. I thought there was a button on there. Oh, there's no way for me to get the... Okay. There's no way for me to get the other one back. That's the confusing part. Right. So when you hop in and you go to back up, you're pressing R2, which is the detach button. That's why. That's the brake button. Oh no, that's the swing button. L2. Yeah, R2 is your gas. And that's why it breaks. Okay, so now that I've figured out why it breaks, let's try and fix it. Okay, so the issue here is that once you activate it with the lock, A goes away, and then you can't activate it again because it's supposed to be locked. So how do we reconnect the two? Am I even using D-pad up and down on this one? I think I am. Oh, let's find out if I'm not using... Because in the game, right and left are spawn other vehicles. That was the hard thing about the controller. And that's why lock and unlock is up and down, so you don't get confused. And X is always the action button. Or B is always the action button. Let's see, so... No, I'm not using D-pad left or right. Or I'll be using up and down. So... I guess I don't need to delete the other one. This one here. And I could call this something else. Tow UI. Like that. And I could get rid of this here. Oh my goodness, seriously? this here, and then we'll call this toe. Toe UI. And then here we have to say, it says trailer, and that's fine. You know what? I should. No, I don't see what the point of doing that would be. All right, that should work. Let's see. I thought there was something wrong with that. It takes so much testing. I mean, we're here. Takes so much testing. 12 hours of work, coding and testing and coding and testing, and then there's still maybe another hour or so of bugs to hammer out. That's a lot. All right, so let's see if we can. Yes, but it's in the wrong spot. Okay, so let's take the where's the there it is. All right. So let's take this one, I think. This will probably be like 0.3. Right, remember what I was saying, that one of these numbers is pixels and one of these numbers is percent. There we go, perfect. Most of these were set up as pixels and not percent. But how do you know that, right? When you first start, you get sent a novel, your Lua novel that's like 1,000 pages, and then you have to read it and and then program, and then program, and then program, and hope you don't mess up. Just saying. All right. So now we should be able to properly work. This is going to make people happy. I know it's kind of in the way. There's not much I can do about it. For now, we'll change it, hopefully. Okay, so we want to bring it down, which is X. And the cool thing is now we can do this inside the vehicle. Oh no, we can't. We can't do it from inside the vehicle. Okay, there's vehicle controls, and then there's the rear controls on this. All right, so if you press L2, See what I mean? It needs to be in reverse, because if you tell it to swing, it's going to swing, and it'll be really hard for you to try and weld it to the box. And that's just because the parts are can't collide false. They got to be just so they can fit underneath the truck. It's a little strange. Maybe I'll redesign that. Okay, so then we can press B for weld. And that activates the script inside the weld. Whoops. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if we... See, every time you fire reverse, it tries to delete the weld, and that's why it's giving you that error. So now we can go back into neutral. And we can say we want to go up, which is what, L1? Is it welded now? Might have to go unable to create an instance of type truck weld. It has to be named weld. Okay, well that explains it. Well, what is our weld truck? Fire server weld truck. And in our controller, not that one. Holy moly. That's why I had to change this to other. I had to rename it. But it said weld, probably because it's weld constraint. Probably what it's looking for, and that's why when it said it can't find weld, weld constraint. All right, let's see if that works. Right, so when you press R2, it deactivates. Because R2 is your gas, and R1 is your shift. Those are the controls that we had to set up. R1 is shift up. L1 is shift down, I think. Controller I have is I bought on Amazon, and all the numbers are backwards. It came from China. It works, but the numbers are all backwards. Like, yeah. So the Y is X, and B is A. Okay, so we've got this here. And what we want to do is we want to bring it down. And we don't want to press the weld yet. So we want to see, it's trying to, weld constraint is not, because I pressed R2, it's trying to detach it. press B for weld. Oh, darn it. See, it's a little, it's a little confusing. Right? It will still connect. See, it will still connect. But you don't want to press the detach button. So how do we get rid of... Right, how do we get rid of this silly thing? No, this has to be rear. Or... What did I call it? Toe UI. It's got to be both. It's got to be both. For this one. Otherwise, there's no way to connect to it. If you have a UI from another vehicle, you're hooped. And I don't like that. I like you to be able to spawn a vehicle and then jump into it and play. So let's do that, and then let's test this out here before I even get into the vehicle. And then you got to press unlock and then X. Oh no, I need the activate lock. Looks like if you press R2, it brings up for some reason. If you have it, I wonder, did I have it? I must have it R2. I must have it scripted in here or something. Yeah, look, when you press R2, it brings it up. But that's also the detach. Oh, look, see, I touched it. Uh-oh. It might error now. Okay, so let's get back in the truck. Right, so you've lowered it. We were testing. Oh yeah, see that? We're connected. Put those wheels down. Oh no, it disconnected again. Why? Oh, it is attached. Okay. Kind of got to go up and down, up and down. I had to combine a bunch of functions, and there's a weld function in there too. There we go. Now, what was it doing last time? It was just freaking out all of a sudden, right? So if R2 is detach, it's R1 that brings up this activate. See, it's there, close, R1. That must have been what that was. Okay. Oh, that's complicated. My goodness. But it's what I had to do to get it to work, right? There we go. Oh, that's right. We were... Okay, so that was fine. That was working out fine. Then... There. I just pressed R2. It detaches. See, it goes gold and then it goes red. When it's red, it's supposed to be not welded. Let's find out. No, what's going on? There we go. So it's going to give me a bit of, it's going to give an error, which is so dumb. Why is it giving us, you know why it's giving us that error? So 2 reasons. It has to do with where, oops, see it's stopping. It has to do with where in here that box is, how long it is, and its ability to make contact with here, right? So maybe anywhere it touches along here, it waits and then it welds. And that's probably why it kept welding continuously over and over again. So you have to get into the truck, pull away while you're... I know it's a little bit confusing, but it works. It works. It's the only way I can... Yeah. It works. There we go. Yeah, it was one of the only ways I could think to give players the ability, right? Now you can drive away. No. Maybe there's a better way. I'm not sure. All right. So all we need is that block, and we can use this tow truck on any vehicle so long as it has that block. So that was what? An hour of pretty much nothing, showing you guys how that works. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is... oh, man. Hey, see what I'm saying? Takes time. Takes time. Okay, now that that works, we're finally ready. I think we're finally ready. So we need the lock. Is that where they are? Just need to copy that. I'll paste it in here. We'll rename this. Right, and what I ended up doing was adding, just adding lock and unlock. That was it. Door lock open and door lock. So now we can finally take a look at the ambulance and the fire truck. And we can see how these monstrosities were set up. Yeah, they got the sound. Oh, man. See, I went through and I found all these sounds that I liked. What a mistake that was. I'll have to get rid of that. The dust script. We got to do the lights. We're going to be here for a little bit, I think. Okay, I am looking for the part. There it is. It's actually called part. And we don't need this AA, whatever that was. don't know why this. Yeah, and if you press the close button, we'll probably get rid of the close button. Okay, so what I had done is I had found a police vehicle which had working lights, had a light bar on it. I took the light bar, I changed the colors, and it had a couple of these like wigwags they're called, right? They strobe left, right, left, right, left, right. Since then, I've made more. It's a real pain to make them because you have to script them individually. Like in the script, you do A, B, C, D, E, A, then B, A, then B, B, then C, C, then D, D, all that stuff. So that's why other games have way better EMS vehicles right now than this game, and they have better lights. I just haven't gotten around to putting lights on because it's, you know, how much time really are you going to spend on these vehicles? Like, for 12 hours a piece, 16 in this, almost 20, almost 60 or 70 in the other one, right? You do the math. A couple hundred hours just on vehicles. So, right, at some point you got to draw the line and say, all right, this is good enough. And later on, and it looks like I have this. Maybe that's what the arrow was for. You know what? I should undo that and undo that and undo that, and then let's get in it first before we start deleting code. Person, why is it giving me that error? Oh, because I put the lock in there. But there's no, see, if you don't press F. Oh, that's all that is on the rear. Okay. Oh, this part is like having issues there. I better check to make sure I welded this thing to it. Says it has a weld constraint. I would hate. I thought I had welded this thing together. Oh, that'd be a neat little I like that actually. Without the emergency top on it, just a neat little. Okay, yeah, as you can see, oh, a couple of them are grayed out. If they're grayed out, it means they don't exist anymore. Oh boy. Okay, so far it was just that one. Man, oh man. stuck? Okay, I wonder if there's a seat there. Alright, everything else seems to be good to go. Yeah, it moves around because this is all weightless. Oh boy, there's no real weight in it. That's kind of concerning, this. Oh, because it's over the wheels, I guess. Alright, anyways, yeah. Yeah. It's important to rediscover, and that's basically what I'm doing. I'm rediscovering this thing that was built several months ago that hasn't been touched. So we may as well merge. Let's see. We may as well merge these together. Holy jeepers! This mouse. Let's see, frame. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I'll have to set this up over here. Oh, brutal. Yeah, alright. So that's position is done by percentage, and so is that one. Okay, so if we say and now what we want to do is see which one was in closer. 403, 312, this one here. Yeah, I may need a new mouse. This is it doesn't want to click and drag. Okay, that's where that other Alright, so we can do something like that. Now that we can... Oops, we don't want to do that. We can scale it. I wonder if that means I have to change the positions in... Yeah, it means I gotta do that too. Alright. We're going to put this into a second video here. We're at about an hour with this one. That'll be it for today. Thanks for watching.